Peace, everyone. I'm back again for a second attempt at this subject that I talked about last week, but apparently my mic was on a blitz. So I'm going to try once more, and the subject is about who, where, what is God, and the questions that destroy us. I don't know where it's going to go. It went one way last week. It may go another way today. I don't really plan these sessions in advance to a level where I have things figured out. I just go with the flow of where my thoughts take me from the book and what God inspires to me to say with His will, and hopefully I don't make too many mistakes doing that. I'm sure I do some. I have, I know. So, the question usually asked is who, where, what is God? And the who of God is explained in a lot of detail in the books of God that are in front of us. If you look at what faith is from what I've explained and what the books explain, especially the Quran, that it's God, the angels, the books, the messengers, and the hereafter. That is the fundamental things that faith is based upon. Of those five things, God, the angels, the messengers, except me today that I know of, and the hereafter are unprovable, unseen, cannot be proven or really disproven either. But the books are in front of us. We can touch them, we can hold them, we can read them, we can find them. By and large, most of mankind can. So that is where the truth will be found to God, if they are the books of God, which I firmly, absolutely, without any doubt in my heart, my soul, believe that the Torah, the Bible, and the Quran are from God. And I also absolutely believe the Torah is being hidden, has been manipulated, and its truth is hidden from mankind. And the Bible has been maligned to a great extent by introducing the Trinity. And the Quran has been surrounded by lies by these so-called absolute wicked Muslims. They call themselves that, they're not Muslims, who have surrounded it by lies attributed to Muhammad, while the Quran itself cannot be changed in any way, shape, or form. So the absolute truth you will find in the Quran, and you will find much that will be corroborated in the Torah and the Bible, also known as the Injil in the Quran, when you go read them, which I have and I know, so I do believe, absolutely. So, let's look at who you can find in the books of God, and then you can look around and figure that stuff out as well after you have understood the books of God. Where is also explained in the books. I mean, fundamentally is everywhere. So there's a couple of verses, and many verses which will tell you He's literally everywhere. The where He came from is nobody's business, and nobody has knowledge of it. It can be your business, but you will never be able to prove one way or the other. Where He came from is unknown to us. There's no knowledge of that. There's no knowledge of how He exists and what extent is of His existence and how He exists. This is not in our power. Where did He come from and what He is? The other question is what, how He exists, what shape He has. We don't know. The Christians will depict Him as a father. He's no father. He's not a father. I mean, are you guys crazy? God is a father like, us beings. He created us in His image, really. He's a piece of shit like us. This is what you want to believe, yeah? God is the Almighty. There's no example of God. Nobody. There is no example to God. So, what He is beyond our understanding. So, the last two questions of where He came from and what He is will take the believer to absolute obliteration, to destruction. The soul will be destroyed if you question that and then can't get over it. I questioned it, and I thankfully came to the conclusion clearly and absolutely that I have no knowledge. I can't speak of it. So I just let it aside. where who and where he is clear in the book. Let's start with who. I'll give you a few examples from the translation here. You can download the translation in the link below if you want. If you don't, I don't give a damn. It's not my business to make you believe. My business is to deliver the clarity of the book and explain it as well as God has let me explain it. So in the translation, if you look, search for He the One. He the One. So just type in He the One and search in the PDF, and you will find lots of them, 57 places this is written. So I'll go first of all. He the One who created to you what in the earth altogether, then sat to the heaven, but shaped them 7 heavens, and He with everything knowledgeable. That's who God is. Do I need to explain this? He the One, He designs you in the wombs how He wishes. No God except He, the mighty, the wise. That's who He is. Let's go to another one. I'm not going to read all 57, by the way, don't worry. You can read them themselves if you want. And He the One who created you from soul one, but a place and a transition. Have we explained the signs to people? They're figuring out. So we've been created from one soul. How? Don't ask me these things. I wasn't there. Neither were you. And He the One who makes you caliphs of the earth, and raises some of you above others' ranks, to His testing you in what brings you. Surely your Lord swift the end, and surely He to be forgiving, merciful. Yeah, just understand, when you're caliphs, kings, and rulers on the earth, it's God who is making you that. Don't attribute it to yourself somehow, that you have the power to make yourself God and to make yourself kings and lords and stuff like that. He'll soon show you who is God and who is Lord. Yeah. He the One who created you from soul one, and made from her her spouse, to His calmness to her. But when covers her, she carrying lightly, but she passes with it. But when she heavy, they call God Lord of them both. If you bring us righteous to our surely being from the thankful. Is this what not we do when we believe God exists? When they are pregnant, they're asking for the righteous, yeah. And then they start partnering with Him after that. He's the one who creates us from soul one, and from her, her spouse. So from Adam's soul, He created his spouse, and the soul is her. So her, from her spouse. From her He created her spouse. It's He the One who sends His messengers with the guidance and way, the true. To Him, His making it apparent over the way, all of it. And if hate, the partnering. So, I am the messenger of God today. I'm making clear to everyone who listens what the book is saying. And it's going to make it apparent over all the way that you've invented, and you will never be able to push it back if you believe in God. If you don't believe God exists, then, be on your way. If you doubt the existence of God, or if you don't think He exists, then you have no business to be here. If you're striving to understand God exists and that you are trying to figure out, or that you believe He exists, then you have something to listen here and try and figure out what I'm trying to tell you. And then maybe God will make you understand if you try hard enough. He the One who sends down from the heaven fluid, to you from it drink, and from it trees, in it you swim. He's the one who does this. And they will say, oh, God does everything. Yeah, God literally does everything. How He does it is none of your business. And you can try and figure it out. Half of it you will never figure out, neither will I. So, let's not waste our times. And He the One who gives you life, then He will give you death. Then He will give you life. Surely the man to be rejecter. This is what we are, rejectors. Fools who have pride and arrogance without the truth. I am proud and I am arrogant. I'm not going to lie to you. But what am I proud about? That God has brought me His signs, that He's made me submit to Him, that He's made me believe He exists, that He is the one who's guiding me. I cannot guide myself. You cannot guide yourselves. Only God guides Himself. The rest of us need God's guidance, including the Spirit, including the angels, including the heavens and the earths, including every man, demon, messenger, prophet, whatever you want to call. They're all needing God's guidance. And He the one who creates He creates from the fluid conscious being, but makes to Him lineage and connections. and is your Lord powerful? So keep on going. And He the one, He initiates the creation, then He repeats it, and it lowly over Him. And to Him the examples the high, in the heavens and the earths, and He the mighty, the wise. So He's the one who's initiated His creation, and He will repeat it. He's already created us once before, and now He's repeated the creation in this forms that we are, the animalistic forms that we live in. These bodies that we have today that will be gone soon, all of us, and have gone many before us, and will go many after us. And He the one in the heaven God, and in the earth God, and He the wise, the knowledgeable. When they say that Satan is God of the earth, it's a bloody lie. Satan pretends to be God of the earth, and your masters that you accept as lords and gods, but actually God is the only God in earth and heaven, the one God, the one creator, the one who created all the heavens and the earth, the seven heavens and the earth's example of them. He the one who created the heavens and the earth in 6 days, then sat over the throne. He knows what He merges into the earth, and what He brings out from her, and what He sends down from the heaven, and what He raises into her. And He with you where what you be, and God with you what you do watches. So this is an example of wherever you are, wherever they are, wherever you are, whatever you be, He is with you. So He's everywhere. It doesn't matter what you are or who you are, He is with you. There's no escape from that. And then let's look at another corollary of this statement, that confirms this in a different aspect. Do not you see surely God? He knows what in the heavens and what in the earths. Not they be from meeting 3 except He 4th of them, and not 5 except He 6th of them, and not less from that, and not more except He with them where what they be. So He with you where what you be, He with them where what they be. So He's everywhere. And how is He everywhere? Don't ask me this question. You don't know, I don't know, and nobody knows how He is everywhere. Okay. Then He will tell them with what they did day of the standing. Surely God with everything knowledgeable. So it's like, He knows everything. He's everywhere. Omniscient and omnipotent and omnipresent, as they say it. And they just say it and don't understand a thing what they're saying. Most of them. He the one who made to you the earth lowly, so walk in her tracts and eat from His sustenance. And to Him the resurrection. He's going to resurrect. So now, this is He the one. The other thing you can do is just type God the one, and it will bring up another 50 odd answers. Yeah. O you the mankind, fear your Lord, the one who created you from soul one, and created from her spouse, and spread from them both men, many, and women. And fear God the one, who will question you with it, and the wombs. Surely God is over you, watching. And this is not the only place you can figure out who He is. These are just the simplest ways I can explain to you. You can read the book, and there's so much explanation of who God is and what He's doing. It's all over the book. Everything is explained in the book, what He's doing. And many places He explains how He's doing it as well. And most of it is, I would say not most, probably a lot of it is in front of our eyes. We can see it happen every season that changes, every year that goes by, every month, every day. We can see it happening. The praise to God, the one who created the heavens and the earths and made the darknesses and the light. Then those who reject with their Lord, they make equals. Yeah, all these people running around the earth, yeah. The ones who believe are making equals with God. The ones who don't, they're making themselves God. It's a gong show on the earth. Surely your Lord God, the one who created the heavens and the earths in 6 days, then sat over the throne. He ponders the command, not from intercessor, except from after His will. That to you God your Lord, so serve Him. Will but not you remember. Nothing needs to be said. You just need to read these statements and understand. If you believe God exists, He's He's going to have some things to ask you. The praise to God, the one, not He takes sons. A statement to all those who think God has children. and not it is to him partner in the kingship, those who make Jesus and the Spirit partner with God. A warning to them. And not it is to him protector from humiliation, and grandify him grandifying. You cannot humiliate God. When you try and humiliate God, you only humiliate yourself and end up in the freaking fire, yeah, which most of us will. Not me, not right now, not happening. God, the one who created the heavens and the earths, and what between them both in 6 days, then sat over the throne. Not to you from other than him from protection, and not intercession. Will but not you remember? I ask the question as they ask me. I will remember fully. Surely what I, a warner, and not from God except God, the one, the irresistible. I'm just a warner. He's the one who's going to come get you. I'm just warning that he's coming to get you. Yeah, if you figure this stuff out. All right, I'm going to read one more statement here, and then we can move on to some other stuff. Okay, God, the one who created 7 heavens, and from the earths an example of them. He sends down the command between them. To your knowing, surely God over everything powerful, and surely God is surrounded with everything knowledge. So understand the statement here. There are 7 heavens, and there are earth's example of them. It doesn't mean exactly 7. There's at least 7 under the 7 heavens. We're living under the lowest heaven. There are 6 above us that we cannot see. We can only see the first heaven. And all this garbage about the heliocentric garbage you people believe is all nonsense. It doesn't exist. It's a lie, and you have fallen for it. Hook, line, and sinker, You're all going to Mars pretty soon, yeah. Elon Musk is going to settle on Mars. Why doesn't he leave now? That wretched Satan, if not any less than that, but I think he's probably just absolutely a Satan. So, there are 7 heavens above us, and earth's example of them. So we're in the center of this creation, obviously. There's no heaven under us, and the earth we know is what the earth we're living on. But there are 6 other heavens around us, surrounding us, which have earths. God only knows how many. They're an example of 7, so you can take your guess. I don't know. There are hundreds, thousands, just 7, I don't know. You can take your guess. I have no idea. But I know, the idea I do know is, and have a knowledge of, is that there are many more earths than this in this one. There's at least 7. And we haven't crossed this first heaven, no matter what they're telling you and showing you, which are lies. They have not crossed the first heaven. They cannot cross the first heaven. They have no ability to cross the heaven. Not from the sides and not from the top. There are sides, by the way. They ask about where's the edge of this level earth. They call it flat earth as a trigger word. Yeah, flat earth, and you get triggered. You get this angry reaction from your childhood, the programming that you have been subjected to all your lives. Somebody says flat earth, and cuckoo comes in your mind and your heart. He's gone cuckoo, straitjacket, put him in the asylum. He's crazy. He's lost it. Yeah. So I'm just saying level earth. The earth is level. And that's what the Quran says. The earth is level. And that's what he's created. And you cannot get out from the sides of it. You cannot get out from the top of it. Or any other place of it. Only God can take you out. And when you die, you'll figure it out. Don't worry. When we go to sleep, our soul leaves our body and goes up to the heaven somewhere. Yeah, God takes it. The angels take it, obviously, at God's command. So, this is the creation we live in. And we've been told absolute opposite of it and made this into a farce that people were crazy. They used to think the earth was flat 500 years ago. But then there's some knowledge that since 2500 years ago, some idiot thought the earth was round, and he proved it. And then this Eratosthenes, who made this stupid experiment, which is totally garbage, has no basis of any truth in it. And he probably never even existed, just like they invent all of these idiots, and they say that the messengers are the ones who are invented. And God is the one who's been invented by man for some reason. Actually, what these heroes and your geniuses, they are the charlatans, and their old ones are the ones who've been invented. They don't really exist. They just need some entity to say something that you must believe and, understand that they've brought you some massive amount of knowledge and understanding that you are now so far advanced than before, when you are like 10 times worse than the ones were in the time of Noah and the early humans on the earth. They lived to 1,000 years. You can barely get to 100. You're not even 1/10 of what they used to live. And if you live 100 years and you do what you can, imagine if you lived 1,000 years, what each one of you could do, on this earth that we live on, the delusion that we live in, the deception that this earth is. So you have to understand this evolution is also a lie. Darwin was a bloody rejecting piece of junk, to say the least, for him. I have much better words than that in my heart. And these people have just taken you for a fool. You've been fooled, all of you, completely fooled. And you lap it up as if it's knowledge and understanding and science is going to explain everything. Now they have this transhumanism agenda where, you're going to interface with the electronics and become superhuman. Neuralink has come out with Elon Musk, and they're going to freaking pump stuff into your brain from an app on a phone. Yeah, thanks a lot. You'll have to strap me down and sedate me and freaking manhandle me to get close to me doing that. Right? It's not going to happen to me. And that you'll become thousands, millions times more intelligent than you are right now. Yeah, okay. I'll see that when it happens, and if they can make it happen, then you can go join them. I'm going to be standing on the side. Elon Musk wants you to take a ride with the AI. AI is so intelligent. The word AI is artificial intelligence. The word artificial means fake. So it's fake intelligence. They're telling you the truth and you won't listen. You will just lap it up. And anyway, I've gone off course here. I'll come back to what I was talking about. So now, where and who God is clear. It's in the book. You can read it all. And where did he come from? I don't know. And what he is, I don't know. These two things can only be asked by absolute doubters who have some faith, and can only be asked by absolute rejectors who want to question the existence of God, because they say nothing cannot come from nothing. Yeah, something has to make something, or nothing cannot create anything. So then they go to the level of, well, then where did God come from? So I said this last time as well. The argument that what is God, or how did he come into being, is the smartest thing a rejecter, a one who rejects the existence of a creator, can ask. And it is the dumbest thing a one who has faith can ask himself, because these questions will take you to absolute oblivion, is forgetfulness, and absolute destruction, which is to the fire. Your soul will be destroyed. You cannot muster or handle this question because you have no knowledge. So when someone asks you, or asks me, for example, I just say, I have no idea. I don't know where God came from. I don't know how he exists. I don't know what he is. But what I do know from the understanding and knowledge that I have is that everything is electromagnetic on this earth. Everything in one way or another is affected by electromagnetism. And this is commonly known, but not understood. And it's kept away from the general public, because if you start looking into these things, you will see the patterns, and you will see all this stuff working in a electromagnetic universe, they call it. The universe is, you don't understand the universe. We are living in this universe, or this earth and the heaven, which is electromagnetically charged. The earth has a charge, the heaven has a charge. The lightning strikes come because there is a difference of potential, electric difference, and that's why it discharges. We know this because, we have science. Yeah, that's minor, but why is it? What's causing it? You haven't seen any atoms. You're told that you're seeing electrons, and you're seeing photons and these Higgs boson, the God particle, to make God into a minor little thing. No, God is like, he's cannot be overcome. All of us will be overcome, God will not be overcome. I mean, He will exist once we are destroyed, and we will all be destroyed. There is nothing that is coming to prevent that, because God has written that, and He will make it happen. It's nothing that any of your ideas or your theories or your laws that you invent will prevent that from happening. We will all be destroyed. The death will come. You can keep running from it day after day, but eventually it will get you. Just like it will get me. I'm not going to be living forever. I mean, I don't want to live forever in this world, that's for sure. I'm waiting for the hereafter. That's the real reality. And for that, people will call me crazy or deluded or, crazed or a zealot or somebody who just doesn't love life, or it's a bunch of bullshit. I know the reality of the hereafter. And I accept it 100%. So I know the difference between this life and the hereafter. And the difference is that this life is nothing compared to the hereafter. That's the reality. So if I know that, then why will I want to cling on to this delusion which I know is going to end? This deception that God has put in front of me to try me, to see if I'll fall for the deception that Satan has put in front of us with his will, obviously. And he has put in front of us to try us. If I know that's the whole story, I'm not going to fall for it, and people will make you afraid. Oh, you won't get food, you won't get water, you will die, if you don't do this and this and this and this and all this and learn this and become doctors and politicians and engineers and all sorts of garbage. If you don't do this, you won't get any food and you'll die. And if I get all of that, I'm going to get food and live forever. Yeah, okay. I mean, I'll see how long you live after I'm dead. What is it like? If I die at 30, you live to 100. Oh, 70 years more. Wow, you've just achieved everything, right? Oh, he lived to the ripe old age of 100. He seriously achieved. Really, is that the achievement you want? When your limbs are falling off, yeah? That's the achievement you want. What a joke, man, this life is. And this world that tells you all this garbage. It's obviously against the common knowledge that everybody has, that everybody is dying around them, but somehow they will live forever. Somehow something will happen to make them live forever. And today the biggest story going on is transhumanism, and that we will be uploaded into the AI network and we will live in the electro whatever world that they have created, the internet or whatever they call it, yeah. Where you will reside forever. Yeah, and when someone turns off the electricity, how is it going to last? How long are you going to last there when the power is switched off? Your AI is going to continue living while the power has been shut off for your stupid transistors that you've created and all these microprocessors and the phones and the 4G and 5G and all these networks. When the power is taken away, it's going to last forever and the AI is going to live on forever, right? It's like 1 second it'll be decimated, absolutely obliterated. That's what's going to happen in the end. It's happened before, it's going to happen again. So, so don't ask the question if you believe, where did God come from? And don't ask the question, what is God? And if you push me to the extent that I have to say something, I'll say He is fluid. He is fluid. All life comes from fluid. So, that's the closest I can come to God. He is fluid. He is liquid or gas. Both of these things are fluid. And He can take any form He wants, but He is no man. He did not come down and create Himself as a man and then kill Himself for your sins. A bunch of garbage that they say about Jesus. Jesus is a man. Jesus is a man like me. Jesus is a man like Moses. Jesus is a man like Muhammad. But He's pure. He's different as well. He's like a man. He is a man. He's a man like everyone else. But He is different because He's pure. He's the Messiah. He's the Word of God. And purity and peace is on His soul, what He goes on living. And He was not killed. He was not crucified. And He will return. He is no God, nor is He Son of God. He is the Messiah. So this is where the Christians are going to have to answer to God when they stand up that day and try and explain to Him how Jesus is God, and Jesus Himself will free Himself from them all. He never told that to them. This is invented by the Romans. So, with that, I'm going to end this and maybe come sometime later with another topic. Till then, peace.